Good morning. It's Wednesday here on the farm, and it's going to be a little bit of a slow day. Don't have a ton going on today. We're going to get that sprayer out, bring it back in the shop here so it's ready for when they want to come and put tires on. They said they should get them tomorrow on Thursday. Whether or not that means they can get up here and get them installed tomorrow or Friday, I'm not sure. But we'll have the sprayer in the shop and ready for them to do it. Other than that, I've got a little snow that I need to move. A neighbor across the road is trying to cut some brush along these trees and stuff in the back of the field and wanted us to push some snow out of the way so we can get back there. So no problem, we'll go and do that. I think I'm going to go work down in the seed warehouse a little bit and cleaning out that lean-to, get that boat moved out of there, and get some snow pushed out of the doorway in the corner there where I need to be able to get through, and we'll move some of those boxes that should go in the lean-to into the lean-to. So that's the plan there. Dad and Xander are working in the old hip roof barn on his floor joists and cleaning stuff up and moving boards and organizing and whatever else that he's got going on out there. So that's good. Keep him busy. Look at those nice shiny yellow rims. And the faded fronts. Yeah, so I got a lot of comments about how I should paint the yellow cast centers, but they're not nearly as faded. That actually looks pretty good the way it is. The front ones, though, yeah, we should paint those. And we will, just not this year. Basketball hoop is in the way. Think I can move it with the tractor? I want to get that snowbank in front of the door moved out of there. Absolutely, we can do that. Now, there are a few signs out there, but those should mostly be out of the way. Let's see if we can drag some snow back, get it out of the way of that door. I should not film this because it's going to distract me and I'm going to end up going through the door. That's a bad idea. Just needed enough that we can get through there with a forklift. That worked. Okay, well, we should be able to get through there at least now. I'll scrape a little out from in front of this door while we're here. Oh, not too bad. Alright, well, we're coming back here to get this stuff so this guy can cut some brush. Phil had done some of this with the backhoe. We must have talked to him at some point and asked him to clear him out of path, but didn't go quite far enough, so we're just kind of following the path around and we're going to keep it extended. He wants to get to those trees over there. Yeah, we've made it around. Phil stopped at that little pile right there. We just need to go to the end of the woods with it. That's no problem. We can do that. Well, I was putting the tractor away and the door was open in the back of the shop, so I got the sprayer out while we were doing that. This tire's going down again. Clearly we've got a leak somewhere. I would worry about it, but we're replacing that tire, so I don't care. We should, however, put the bracket on to jack the tractor up and get it on blocks or up off the ground so that it's not sitting completely on the rim when they get here to change it. If we're going to move that boat around and stuff, I'm going to get to try out my new hitch this afternoon. So I showed this briefly last week one day, but bought a new receiver hitch for the new truck, and I don't know, we'll see if I like it or not. This is the cheaper, less good version, I guess, of the shocker hitch. Doesn't have the airbag down here, but it's got a little cushion right there, and then I got the drawbar that's got the double cushions on there. So 2-inch 2 5/16 and a drawbar should do everything that I need. Anyway, we're gonna go put that on the truck. Nice. That should work. Well, let's see what we got to do to get a boat out of here. Got a few other things we got to move, like a lawnmower, which probably won't start, but we can push it out of the way if we have to. a go-kart, and a lawn sweeper. Well, let's see. Will it start? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. We'll give it a shot. Oh, it might, but I'm going to have to choke it. Look at that. Keep playing with the choke here. I'm going to give her a little bit to warm up. But we'll get it out of here. Good deal. Ah, got the same bum flat left front on the lawnmower as I do on the sprayer. Oh well. It'll be fine. I think the last time I had the boat out of here was the day before I went to Indianapolis and my Ram got stolen from me. Yeah. Ooh, probably want to take that stuff out of there. All right, these 6 boxes need to go in there along with a few other ones. All right, well, we got all the boxes moved. It ended up being a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. We had the 6 boxes over there, plus I moved that entire row out and a few from this 2 rows, so there's 23 boxes total, which was, it's what it is. It's great. It was more than I realized was going over there. So the beans that I keep over there are for I'll call it a third-party dealer. He's just another dealer, and he sells the beans and then ships them to me, and I run them through my trader. Close my door here. That ain't gonna work. Anyway, so he sells them and then ships them to me, but because they're not sold through my account or with the rest of my seed, we have to keep the lot numbers separate. Now, most of the time, the lot numbers are the same from his beans and mine, but not always. And so I like to segregate them, keep them over here in their own room where they're away from everything else. It just makes it a little bit easier to keep them straight. Plus, he's probably not going to pick these up till the end of April, 1st of May anyway, so they're out of the way here. But it does mean we've got a little bit more room to bring some more trucks in, so send them. I was looking at the order report earlier this week, and I believe we have, what was it? Somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 to 4,000 units of beans to bring in yet. Maybe it was 3,000 left to ship and 1,000 scheduled to ship. So maybe 4,000 to 5,000 units of beans to bring in yet. We got a little ways to go. All right, now let's run this boat over to that other barn that we've got, that we rented, and store it over there until spring when I can sell it. Anybody want to buy it? It's still for sale. It's a good boat. So I have learned something about this truck, right? I bought this truck back in December after my Ram got stolen. Took a while, but we found something. It's nice. It's a really nice truck. 26 Chevy. And it's got the whole fancy screen thing here, you know, and the Android Auto and whatever. However, when I am recording a video and I jump in my truck and start it up, it stops the recording, and I don't like it. Because I will sit here and talk to myself for 3 minutes just to stop the recording and look down and be like, well, none of that recorded. What the heck? So then I have to go through and figure out where did it cut off, where didn't it? It's a real pain. Well, anyway, while I was recording all of that stuff about those beans and what we were moving there, I had to start it 4 times because my truck was running outside and it kept connecting and shutting off the recording. That's sort of frustrating. I know, first world YouTuber problems, but it was frustrating, okay? That'll work. What else can we get down here? I want to get the bean head down here yet. We got plenty of room, but I don't have a lot of stuff that I need to put in here right now. Okay, next on my list of things to get done today, we got this tire going down, so I'm going to get the bracket off of here. John Deere gives you this bracket right here for jacking the sprayer up. Unbolt it from here. Go put it on the tire over there and get some blocks and jack it up. Goes right there like that. This is where the fender bracket mounted. Use the same bolts. Put that on there. Tighten it down. Oh. and then it gives you a good spot to put a jack underneath there. So we'll grab some blocks. The other day, or yesterday, I guess, a few of you noticed our blocks here that have these nice handles on them. Yeah, Dad made these. He cut them up, the timbers or whatever, and routed out a little spot to put those handles that lay flat then, and you can stack them, and they're much easier to carry around. Super nice. So I think that one's probably too thick. I don't think I'll be able to get my jack in there. Oh, we'll do it like that instead. If I would have put air in, that block would have been fine. Oh well. Well, shoot, that makes my jack up all the way. We're going to have to put air in that tire, get it to sit up higher and put that bigger block in, and then jack it back up. Get it up high enough off the ground to get the tire out of there. Oh well. I don't need to mess with it now. That jack's going to settle anyway. Plus, wild guess, but I would bet the tire changing people that are going to come and do it probably have their own jacks and want to do it their way. I should just let them do it their way. I had somebody reach out to me about some boards. They knew Dad had a sawmill and cut up some boards and needed some lumber for the top of some dump truck rails or something, and couldn't find anywhere. And I said, yeah, we can probably do that. So we're looking for some 2x10 by 10 foot long boards for that purpose. Some of these on the bottom in the kiln room might work. Some of these over here might work. Let's see what we can get. Oh, we got these boards here. We're just going to size them up a little bit. They're not perfect. This one side's a little wavy. The other side's not too bad. Just kind of cutting them to length. They're like 12 footers now, so size them down. We're making them like 7.5. And it should work for what they want to do with them for the top of your dump truck rails, right? All right. I'm going home. It's 4 o'clock. I know it's a little early, but that's okay. So Xander's finishing up, trimming up some of those boards. I'll have to dig a few more out. Dad's got some on the bottom in the kiln room there that he's going to get all that rest of that stuff off the top of it. So he was working on planing a few of those other boards off and doing some stuff. But made a little progress out in the barn where he's doing his floor joist stuff. Got the first couple of eye joists set in place. They're not just tied down or anything, but I'll show you that sometime. So anyway, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow, Greenmark, my John Deere dealer, is having their planter clinic. So I'm going to go up to that in the morning, and we'll see if there's anything I can do around here in the afternoon or not. However, I have to go and pick up a trailer from my father-in-law tomorrow afternoon, because on Friday, Dad and I are making a trip to Iowa with a trailer. And, well, it's not my news to share, so I'll just leave it at that for now, but maybe I'll get my sister on the video sometime in the next week or two, and she can tell you what she's got going on in her life. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching this one. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Make sure you're subscribed. And honestly, we might not see you till next week. So I'm hoping to get them sprayer tires done probably while I'm gone, and getting the planter in the shop next week. That's the goal. Get the planter in the shop, because we need to work on that. So have a great couple of days here until I see you again. See ya.